Yeah. La 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 la. Joker genius. I know the reason they count me out, cause it's so convenient. But I don't mind that, never mind that. I'll remind you, time is deceiving.
Okay,
Still,
people, love it. My name is Mark Anthony. Yeah, right there. Mark Anthony Romero, M-A-R-C. Mark Anthony Romero Candelero. I'm in Tampa, Florida, and I'm trying to figure this out because I want to make sure that everything goes the way it's supposed to. So I know that I had launched this OG. Okay, I mean, sorry, it's not the OG. My bad. Two generation, two opinions. I'm gonna grab people from two different generations, and we're gonna talk about anything that we feel like. So it could be some X, Generation Z, Baby Boomer, Millennium, whatever generation. If they got the pussy generation, we're gonna talk to them. So right now, I don't know. Carlos gonna tell he's in Puerto Rico in PR, and I don't know what generation he is. I think he's the J generation or the Z generation, or I know he's not the B generation. We don't want to be the B generation, but we gonna have him right now, and I'm gonna have him introduce himself because this guy, you see this guy right here, right there. This guy is smart, okay, and I know he likes to be what he wants to be. So let's have Carlos introduce himself and have him talk about a little bit of what he thinks about things that's going on with technology and all this stuff that we're trying to put together. Go ahead, Carlos.
All right. So as Mark said, my name is Carlos Paris. Born and raised here in Puerto Rico. I've been living here mostly my entire life, and it's very true, Mark. I think that there is this different kind of like two opinions when it comes to technology. Like some people don't want to use it, and some people, it has their advantages. And for me and my taste, I see because I come from the world of the artistic world, and it's very finicky, the subject as well, because artists use more hand things with their hands, and some of them they use technology to help them. But from my taste, from my point of view, technology is a tool. At the end of the day, everything is a tool. It's how you use it. So like you can't just depend so much on such tools. You have to learn things yourself. And some people learn it faster than others, and they prefer using. Oh, I prefer using pen and paper. No, I prefer using a drawing on the computer. But at the end of the day, it is just a tool. Mankind created technology to help them eliminate steps and just combine two steps into one.
It's funny that you say that, Carlos, because I mean, back in my days, we didn't have this. I remember, and I'm gonna be honest. I remember when I bought my first computer. It was 1989. It was a Tandy computer. I paid almost $3,000 for it. That's a lot of money back in 1989. I remember I financed that thing with Radio Shack. It took me almost 5 years to pay it off. But you know what? That opened the door. Since 1989, it opened the door for me to get into this. And people ask me how I know so much about computer technology to set all this up. It's me. I don't really, it was meant to be that technology was meant to be for me. And my generation, there's a lot of people out there from my generation, they don't know how to work with computers. Or they know, but a little bit. It's just like people, they don't do upgrade to the electronic equipment, the phone, even the printer, the firmware. People don't know what that means. Even on your car got a firmware that sometimes you gotta upgrade it, and people don't know that. Then you get your generation that they gotta teach them, but sometimes you get annoying because you say, "Oh." I remember when I was in the car business, a lot of older people than when I used to sell them a car, and I tell them about the Apple CarPlay, and they're like,
is that?
What
What
the
is
heck
that?
is that, you know? And
Yeah.
then I gotta explain them for. I even have people that will come back over and over with a note. Can you explain me how to do this? How to Google this? Voice activate. I mean, technology is here to stay, and you'd be surprised right now as you and me speak how much technology I have put on this recording. You'd be surprised. Even the background is technology. You know, I could switch the background in a heartbeat. You know, I could switch like I'm doing now. I could switch from translation for what by myself or you, and then I could come back and tell you, go ahead, Carlos, talk to me about it. Give me a second. I did mess something up right here. You see, technology sometimes works good. You just gotta be careful. So, go ahead, Carlos. Tell me a little bit about more your generation, because your guys got. Let me put it this way, you got more advantage than us, the older generation, that we gotta learn. Not me. I consider myself a combination of all generations because I'm smart. I like technology. I got the latest phone. I don't care. I mean, I cannot have that flip phone. I cannot have the old phone. No, I want something fast. I want the Android Auto. I want to tell Google to search for something. Give me an address. That's me. Even right now, and I want you to give me a little bit about it, about the AI, because AI is everything. I just subscribed to my AI a couple of weeks ago, and I had done crazy things with it, you know. And you'd be surprised what's coming. I mean, people don't realize that AI is here to stay, you know, and they don't want to realize that because they think I messed it up again. Give me a second. I gotta turn off a couple of these cameras so that then when I do the transition, they don't give me that feedback and make sure it's not boom kicking in. So let me switch to Carlos because I know Carlos got a little bit more. I think the balance of the knowledge of what you know and what I know, because the thing is, I had kept myself up to date. I didn't stop in 1989. I could tell you something. Since 1989 up to date, if I tell you how much money I have spent in technology, right now I could be a millionaire. I I could say all these years, maybe a million. I'm not gonna lie, because I changed. I got a laptop, I got a Surface, I got a Mac, I got I got my desktop with four monitors. I got my desktop, my Mac with another monitor. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 monitors right now in my studio. Right now you cannot see it. Later on I could switch and when we grow this, and I could have a different beautiful camera so that people understand this is a test. Believe it or not, even this test is going great, and 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 right now I could tell you that the way we flip and people think that you gotta buy expensive equipment to create a podcast or create I don't know how there's a name for it, content for your channel. This is it. This is the way you got to learn about it, and maybe we can help you out. And we're going to talk about a lot of issues that will help your generation, my generation, and everything in between. So let's see if Carlos got what he think about everything I had said for the past 5 minutes. Go ahead, Carlos.
Yeah, so I completely agree with you on the fact that it is difficult because the older generation are so used to, they're very comfortable when they find something. I'm very comfortable, but nowadays it's 2024. um,
Let me pause it there, Carlos. We had Carlos right now. He was talking about technology, about his generation technology. Let's see what else he got to say about it, because I think Carlos. I mean, he's been around for a while with technology, and he could tell us a little bit more of what his generation expect from all this technology that's coming out. AI. I could guarantee you, you take somebody that's 65 or 75 years old, and talk to them about AI, they're gonna look at you like, what the heck you talking about? You could eat that, you could put that in the microwave, you could put that in the freezer, save it for 20 years. A lot of people, they don't know what AI means, artificial intelligence. They no saben it. Entonces, it's sad because people just looking at TV, looking at La Casa de los Famosos, la novela turca, and people don't read. The other day, I was with this guy. We were driving up to Orlando. This guy's a VP, a vice president for this humongous company, $1 trillion company. And every time he saw me talking to him, he told me, quote, "You realize, right, Mark? Because you're up to date technology." I say, you got to. You got to. Imagine you with a phone. I don't know if you saw those phones that you put your fingers. I'm going to put one around. I mean, I got to find them. And it's funny because, I mean, I got stuff like that. I want to illustrate it, like, because people don't know what a rotary phone is. That we used to have that. Now we got a smartphone, touchscreen. Back in the days, Carlos, you'd be surprised. We had to carry a camera. I remember I had one. I had a phone call recorder at home. You will call me on my phone at my house and please leave a message after the beep. Trust me. Then you had a recorder to record stuff. You had so now this right here. Let's go back a little bit. You had a phone book. Behind yellow pages, white pages, it was this thick. You don't have that no more. Now you ask Google and Google will tell you everything. You had a personal phone book. I remember pocket. "Oh, Carlos, how you doing? Let me get your phone number. Write it down." And people don't realize, back in the days, you go to the store in Walgreens, they had an 8-foot session that you could buy a phone book to write or keep your track of Rolodex. Ask this generation, what's a Rolodex? The secretary who had that. I'm going to show you. These are business cards.
Yep.
You don't need this no more. Tap your phone with my phone and my contact information is in your phone. I'll send you a link and it's there. I mean, the QR code. The technology is crazy, Carlos, and a lot of people that don't realize that what they got now, it's a piece of cake. I mean, it's something out of this world, but people gotta keep up to date with technology, because if you don't keep up to date with technology, you know what's gonna happen.
You're gonna fall off.
I live in an apartment, right? And this morning, yesterday, UPS came to deliver a package, knock at the door, and I'm still looking through that pick hole, because this been built for a while. Now you got Ring. You don't need a Eagle Eye. It's called Eagle Eye. By the way, there's a company out there that is making that Eagle Eye electronic. It's a small camera like that. It goes in the same spot, and you can see on your phone. You don't gotta be looking like back in the days in the old movies. People look at that and poof, they get shot through the eye. But these are old buildings, so they still got the Eagle Eye. But Eagle Eye, one day I was like, all this technology, nobody had come up with the Eagle Eye electronic, and I Googled it up. I said, damn, I missed that, and because you don't need an Eagle Eye anymore. You get the Ring, you get whatever camera. I got cameras inside. I got cameras in my parking lot. I don't got a camera yet in my door because this is a rental. But now I did find a camera for it that goes in top of the door. It's like this, so it will sit there. It's small and it's in the top. So I'm gonna buy it. It's kind of expensive because it's new, and because a lot of people were asking for it, so this company came up with it. Last time I saw it was 200 and change. Maybe when it's around, new technology will be expensive, just like a phone.
Yeah.
You pay $1,000 for a phone, then down the line they're gonna give it for free. You know. So let's get a little bit of feedback from Carlos. I like this because back in the days, last night I was thinking with somebody, talking to somebody. Back in the days, you had to pay for long distance call. So now doing a video, you in Puerto Rico in PR, I'm in Tampa, Florida, and look the quality of this, you know, and this is real time. It's not like,
Yeah.
you know, because back in the days when, I don't know, you were not born when we used to have dial up. Dial up is like, to get connected to the internet was like, then you went at 5800 BP, something like that. And then the problem was not that, Carlos. The problem was that you're on the internet, and then your grandma is calling, you know,
The internet goes down.
and
Yep.
and because it was crazy. Then if you were downloading something, I remember I was downloading something back in the days in 90, let's say 95, 96. Took 48 hours. You had to leave it connected there, you know, and then you could hit do not disturb, so like that, the call will not come in and kick it out. And I remember those little modems like that, you know, with a lot of lights, and I would get up. I said, "Oh man, 50% more." Now, 1 gig,
Minutes.
and
Seconds.
less. Right now, I got 1 gig of internet connection, and I could download. I mean, I downloaded the whole program in less than 5 seconds. So let's see your feedback on this, Carlo, because I know you got that feeling that technology is everything. I think you even got a 3D printer, right? By the
Yeah.
way, you got a 3D printer. I don't got a 3D printer, and I'm ahead of you in technology wise. So go ahead.
Yes, I did get a 3D printer, and it is very fascinating how technology nowadays has revolutionized and ever-changing motion we're in. Because, like, just like you said, and I think this is a perfect example. Way back then, for you to dial someone or call someone, again, for example, the phone. I really remember the phone booths. You know, I was born in 1999, and around that, they were still there. The internet was still, it was ever changing, but the phone booths were still there. And people, you would put, 25 cents, and you would either have to memorize the phone or have the phone book to call someone. Nowadays, you dial the person's phone. It's saved on your phone. You give it a name, and then you hit dial, and then you can talk to that person. That
Yep.
person could be either in the other side of the world, and you could have a seamless connection. It is how far we have gotten, but people think that, like, oh, technology eats you alive, and going back to the AI thing, and it the topic is very finicky because people don't really they don't feel uncomfortable. Again, it's all we're going back to, like, either feeling comfortable and uncomfortable.
Uh huh.
Because something that I have kind of thought in my mind is like a hypothesis is that I don't know if you remember the movies where the AI would take over the world and they would they take away the humanity because of
That
those
that was
movies.
that movie Will Smith. I think it was
Uh,
I
I am
Robot. I'm a robot,
I
something like
Robot.
that. Yeah,
Yeah. So
Will Smith. Yeah.
yeah, because of I feel like because of those movies has put fear on people that, oh, AI will take over. And again, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a software engineer to kind of give you the specs of the details about how AI works. But the way I see it is this: like, AI cannot really function without us because it needs data to us to provide it. We input the data, and he takes the data, and it's like AI gives you another perspective. There are some people that they use AI for other benefits, like, oh, to make art and to make this or to make that, and they call it as their own. that is the wrong way of using it. AI is it is a tool, meaning if I need a reference and or an idea or different iterations of idea, I would have to sit down, think of ideas, or have a system that already has all of the I input all of the ideas that I have in my mind, and that thing will create 5 iterations of ideas, and then from that idea I can improve upon. You have to take these things and then improve upon it. You can't just this is what I'm gonna get. It's like you make a first draft. You're not gonna stick with your first draft. Never. You make another one and another one and another one until you either perfected it or you improve it. But that's the fear, and sadly, AI here is to stay because it's not only helping us in other departments, it is actually helping to automate things that would have taken many people to do. If you think about it, the factory machines, we're taking we're taking the risk of people getting hurt through these machines because now the machines are being automated by an entire system.
Yeah,
Before.
but the thing is, I remember now that you said that, I'm going to use that as a talking point. I remember back last year, I was an advisor for this company, $1 billion company, billion. One of my clients in the art department, trust me, the art department. And I remember back then, and I got the piece someplace around here. They bought this printer that could print in a bag. The supermarket reusable bags. So this
Yeah.
company, they used to do, by hands, in the machine, silkscreen machine and stuff like that. So they went to Japan or China, and they told those engineers, maybe Germany, I could be mistaken. It was a German machine. It was Germany. We need to do this. So it took them 8 months to create a machine. You'll be surprised, Carlos. When I went to see that machine, it's a printer, big. Let's say like 5, 6 foot. And this machine, this printer, it's not a machine, it's a printer that use ink. It's not a desktop. How they call that? That ink that you use at home. No, 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 no. It's not inkjet. It's real ink. So when I heard about it, so I went. Well, the people from Germany were there. They were testing and testing and testing. And when I saw this machine back in the factory, they will use 3 people. One that pushed, the other one that watched to machine get printed because it's automatic, and another one to pull. One person put, machine will rotate, will put another bag, it will be printing one bag, and by the time the other one print, this one taken out. Do not put in the heat. Come out perfect. Even it will even I'm gonna find it so you can see it. And I was surprised. I was surprised myself about this machine. Excuse me. Then when I went back to the factory, I was showing everybody the final product, and guess what they told me? Just guess what everybody told me?
It was probably made by hand.
No. Are we gonna lose our job? And you know what bothers me? That everybody told me that we're gonna lose our job, but nobody told me this. I want to learn it. When can I go there and be the guinea pig? I want to learn it. On my free time, I want to go to see how it works, like I did. Because it's not a big. People think they're gonna lose my job, but yeah, you still need one person. No, and once it still got a little bit hiccup. It's a brand new technology. The print head was getting damaged so fast, but I told everybody, why everybody's scared of losing the job? Can somebody say, I want to work on this, I want to learn this, so when it comes, I'm here? The same thing happened back in the days with computers. A lot of secretaries back in the days, they were worried about the job. Oh, they're not gonna. So now everything is. It was called word processor. You used to go to school to be a word processing because you. But now there's no word processing. You tell Google, you talk to Google, or you talk to AI, and they create you whatever document, like Word Perfect, whatever. But people don't realize that when you learn something, when you learn a trade of something new, people don't realize something. You learn something. Your dog want to come in. Your dog want to come in. So
He's been barking nonstop.
I know. So people don't realize that when you learn something, when you learn a trade, when you learn something new, technology, guess what happened? You keep that. You could take that anywhere, or do what I'm doing. You take advantage of the technology that you learn, and you put it to work for yourself, and you make money out of it. But people don't realize that. People realize thinking they're going to lose, I'm not going to make money, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that. Dude, stop complaining and stop learning. And it's the problem is that people, I don't know how they say it in English. You know, when you see a horse in the racetrack, they got gringolas. Gringolas. So you know what they got there because they don't want the horse to look at the one next door. People are like that. I remember back in the days when I was in management. My boss told me once that if you want to make it laugh, you gotta take the gringola off. You gotta see the whole picture.
You need to be more open-minded.
But
People tend to be very
no, go ahead.
like people tend to be a little bit close-minded, meaning like you need to expand. You need to expand your view, see other possibilities. But no, again, they get so comfortable and it's like no, like that doesn't work. My way works, and they just narrow it down to one single point. You do that, you are technically cutting off other possibilities. Like yes, the job that you're doing takes 5 steps. Another person that is open-minded, has much more knowledge, can do it in 3 steps.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because he found his own way. He found uh, tools, or he has done a method of working that is different.
But you know,
Not like
you're right. I back in the day, when I used to do conference, high school, and I used to tell this to people. You got a person that works for the gene, for Levi or for whatever gene company, Wrangler, whatever. So she's the one that put the zippers. Oh, she's good. She's been doing that for 35 years. Now they're going to put buttons on the jeans. Hey, Mrs. Jones, we're going to change. We're not going to use no more zippers. But I don't know how to put buttons.
you have to learn.
Can you teach me how to? You know, it's called comfort zone. People. This is what I like to do. This is what I'm doing. This. So what happened when there's nothing else to do? The same guy for this factory, he opened up a 1 million square feet warehouse. 1 million square feet. That's Plaza Las Americas in your town. So he told me once, quote, that he got a system with AI technology and robots that will unload the trucks, the semi, where it will come to the bay, because he told me it's more accurate and it could work 24/7. The only thing that he will have a truck driver to pull that trailer back into the bay or take it away. But he said that's the future. He said, and I'm gonna keep on doing it. The only problem that we got right now, he told me, quote, that he don't got a system that could unload the trailers, but they're working on it. Because when you got a $1 billion company, you could call anybody. Hey, I need a solution for this. There's people out there that they get paid to find solution to problems. But you know what it is? And sometimes I get mad with some people from your generation because there's always an excuse for everything. And they don't try to find a way to do things better. Last night, this girl got to have around 2021. She's a daughter of somebody I know for the longest. She used to go to my business since she was a kid. So we had kept in touch, her mom and myself. So she had an ad on her WhatsApp page, right, on her status. And I said, wow, you're doing this. You're doing pet grooming, right? Because I remember her working someplace else. Then she's trying to do jewelry. Then she was trying to do something. And then I said, wow, I was surprised. She got into pet grooming. And she told me, she wrote to me, quote, yes, I need money. I said, great. And I told her this. I know, but in Puerto Rico, it's gonna be hard. And then she told me that she's looking for a job that will pay her better. With or without education? Without education, unless you want to be a rapper, you want to be a YouTuber or TikToker or whatever, you're not gonna have success. And then if you don't got the pedigree, when you don't have the ethics of respecting a job, changing so. Oh, I remember now. She was working for the supermarket. Then they made her head cashier, and so and so and so and so and that. So I told her to get out the island, like I did back in 2015. I took a risk. I put my last card in the table, and I hit blackjack. Because sometimes you gotta leave that comfort zone. But the new generation don't want to see that the comfort zone sometimes drag you to the bottom. Okay? Then I told her, "Why, you scared to make a change in your life?" And she said, "No. My boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, it got a decent job." I said, "Okay, great. So what's the complaint about?" Well, the thing is, I like this place. I like the island. I like this. I like that. And I said, yeah, but the problem is, you got to learn how to live with that little bit that you can make. And she told me, quote, there's a lot of people here that live a great life with that little. What's the minimum wage for your generation? 10 something, 1050, 975?
For now, in this year, it's like roughly around, the minimum is like $9.50.
$9.50. You want me to do? You want me to do math? Okay, this is math. 9.75 times 40. That's $300.90. $390 a week. Times 52. That's 20,280.
Yep.
Divide that into 12. That's $1,600 a month. Minus taxes. So let's say you take home $1,200.
Yep.
That's my rent money. That's my rent money. $1,600 a month. That's my rent money. No, without food, electrical bill, internet, insurance, gas money, entertainment, blah 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 blah. And you're gonna tell me that you're okay, but I'm gonna do a in between the lines here. So you're telling me that your generation could live with $1,200 a month? Oh, hold it. Yeah, but I live with mom. Oh, you don't pay rent? No. You don't pay electricity. No, you don't pay water. No, you don't pay internet. No. I remember I had a friend, her daughter used to live with her. Only daughter. She used to work for me, the daughter. One day the daughter come crying. I said, "What's going on?" No, my mom sat down with me and she made a contract. I mean, what she made a contract? A rent contract for the room. She used to live across the street from the hospital in Carolina. She had a mortgage. So I got a mortgage, and you're gonna live here for free. So her mom told her, okay, you're gonna pay me $400 a month, okay, for rent. You're gonna give me $50 for water and electricity and internet, and you're gonna give me this amount of money for food. Oh, mom, that's not fair. That's what I'm not saying you, but your generation, Generation X, Y, right? You were born
No,
what?
I
2000
I
what?
was no, I wasn't born in 2000. I was born in 1999.
Okay, so you,
It's a it, my I think like the people that were born in 1999, we're in like a weird spot.
you're a millennial. You're a
Something
millennial.
like that.
You're a
Yeah.
millennial. Yeah, you're a millennial. Now that I remember, because I got it right here. Generation. Okay, the millennials were born. Okay, you were born what? 1999.
Yep.
So you're Generation Z. It's called the millennials. Okay.
Yep.
So you got the Generation X, Y, Z, and Alpha. Those are the new generation for 2010, 2024, the Alpha. So a lot of your generation from Generation Y and Z, they still live with moms, and they think they don't gotta pay rent. There's mom that they will allow it. There's mom that will not allow it. I live by myself because I don't believe that somebody gonna just live here, shit here, eat here, waste water, electricity, AC. My AC is on 24/7. Use my technology, use my internet for free. Well, you know, my mother used to tell me there's a price for pussy. It's not for free. And people gotta realize that. And it's just like the technology. You know that back in the days you had to have a VCR.
Hmm.
Then came the DVD. Now you got smart TV. I can see YouTube. Amazon Prime. I can see Netflix in my TV without nothing, and a lot of other stuff. What the heck?
Yep.
So people think they're gonna live for free. I mean, at $1,200 a month, you don't got a car,
That,
or you gotta buy one of those. I don't know how Nyangara GT they used to call them back in the days. Nyangara GT was a car that will no AC, no nothing. That you like. You see people like that in the traffic jam because people they don't want to take this out. Move on, get out of there. You go ask your mom. Your mom is my sister. She's my older sister. One of my older sister. We got a friend where we grew up in the projects. I remember I met her when I was like 14. You know, she still lives in the projects, same spot, same apartment that she grew up. Her mom moved out, and she took over the apartment. And how could somebody be comfortable in the same spot for so many years?
I think I think it just boils down to the fact like they don't want to see more of the world, or they just don't want. It's like I have all I need. This is all I need. I don't need nothing else. And with that mentality, it narrows down your options. Like I'm, it, sadly, the harsh truth of the world is one, the world's not gonna be fair. You need to fend for yourself. There's no one. There's no team up. It's just a one man army here. You need to rely on yourself, trust yourself only, because There will come a time where it's just gonna be you, yourself, and alone. That's it. And you have to find ways to pay rent, pay this and pay that, manage your money, but you can't be too comfortable. You need to be. That's why people always tend to say, when you're uncomfortable, that is the best spot to be, because you find different methods, different ways, different workflows, and you apply things. You learn as you struggle. You learn to grow a little tough skin, because
You're
you
right.
can't be sensitive you can't be sensitive in the real world, like in the world outside. You can't just walk in the street and like someone doesn't agree with you, but come on, like, well, that's their opinion. You have to, whatever. That's their opinion. But you have to, grow a tough skin, because that's what's gonna get through you in life.
But but something that I question myself. I haven't given up. I've been working since I was maybe 8 years old. Back in Brooklyn, I used to clean up Louis, the glass shop. Uh, Shout out to Louis. He's still around. He went to my brother's funeral, and Billy and Michael, the twins. Shout out to them. Your mom knows them. And we were talking about it the other day, that when when you got that discipline, well, let's let's give a little bit of rewind to discipline. When you are born poor, and you struggle in life, that you got to work, that mom will not give you nothing, that you got to work for. Mom will not buy you a car. Mom will not. My mother bought me a bicycle, a car, McDonald's, uh, shit like that. It was rice and beans. Whatever's in the stove, that's what you're eating. I don't like it. Well, tough, tough luck. If you don't like it, mom, mom's not gonna go out there running. Okay, let me call DoorDash or Uber Eats. We didn't have that back then. We didn't have no freaking delivery for pizza back in the days. So people got this comfort zone that the mom gave them everything. My mother bought me sneakers. Oh yeah. Which one? The one I wanted? Here. Back to school. That's what I'm saying. Now, I have seen parents that they will buy their kids a $200 and $300 sneaker and a jacket and a Nike. Or I do my own clothing. I did one of these days. I want to do a video with your hoodies. I don't know if it still fit you. The hoodie I made for you. So
Yeah.
so sometimes it's the way that you are raised.
Yes.
My mother used to tell me, at least we got food on the table. I mean, now I understand that they got all this fancy stuff. They got, I don't know, they got all these Chick-fil-A, uh, Chick-fil-A, and all that kind of stuff. And last time I went to eat some out like that, and this is stuff your generation don't understand. You go out to eat one of these fast food or something like that, it's $14, $15. If you cook at home, it's cheaper. Yeah, but it's not the same thing. I cannot do the Chick-fil-A. Buy bread and chicken, the pana, put in the air fryer. Back in the days, we didn't have not even microwave. I remember when I was growing up, you want to reheat your food,
Go.
put it there, and that was the way. That was the way to do it. But now, mom got to order. It happened to me last week. I was with your cousin doing. We were trying to do a test of all this. The video came out good. It's gonna be in the channel. By the way, talking about channel, subscribe to this channel because this is the two generation, two opinion. Now we're not only gonna be using one generation. Maybe I could be talking with different generation. Probably I could talk to my sister, you know, I could talk to you again. I talk to somebody else because I want to talk about things and to see everybody's point of view. I'm not here. I'm not here to control nobody. I'm not here to make you think the way I think. This is my opinion, and I'm gonna stick with it. Either you like it or not, I respect your opinion. I'm not gonna disagree with your opinion or what you think about it because that's the purpose of the channel. We different generation, different opinions. So and I know people gonna say, yeah, but you talk about this younger generation because this younger generation, some of them are full of shit. They think that you resolve your problem with drugs, smoking weed, and alcohol, or going out there with your buddies. You know what? There's a saying that my mom used to tell me. Dime con quién andes de quién eres. Tell me who you hanging out and I'll let you know. You know, I go to any place I go, anywhere. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is my look. I will not leave this apartment without my hat. I did a video, the demo video. I did it without the hat. It's not me. I gotta have the hat to be me. And everywhere I go, everybody say I like your style, because once you respect yourself, and this is for you younger generation out there, you gotta respect yourself. Okay. The other night I was in this place and this guy come in front of me in the gas station buying something. This is the butt. This is the knee. His pants were down here. And I'm like, you want respect on that? Really? You fucking kidding me? I mean, that's your image? That's why you want girls out there to look at your butt, at your underwears? I mean, and then I remember back in the days when you had your hairstyle, I bet you a lot of people will criticize you. But you gotta be your own, where you feel comfortable. And people gotta realize that. Mama used to tell me, you were born alone, you don't got a twin. So since day one, I'm not gonna lie to you, Carlos. Since day one, you will never see me imitating nobody. I don't care how famous I won't. I won't. I will not dress like nobody. I will. Oh, because you're not on style. You're not using skinny jeans. You're not using the sneakers. You're not using the Air Force One. I remember a guy. I don't want to talk. I'm not gonna say no name. He wanted some Air Force sneakers. Don't work. Don't do shit. Don't do shit. Don't do nothing. Don't go to school. And he wanted Air Force for his birthday. I don't know how he got them, but why you want to have an Air Force for your birthday when you haven't done nothing for your life? Because you wanna be like everybody else. Then you go to a party, everybody got the same jeans, the same T-shirt, Nike T-shirt. I don't know which one, the other one, Gucci. And it's funny, your generation don't realize that you make the clothing, you make your style. The style will not make you. You could be the worst piece of shit in life, even if you're using Gucci and stuff like that. And I work with a lot of millionaires, billionaires. I'm not talking about billionaires. And you'd be surprised how they dress. No big change with diamonds, no earrings, diamond earrings, gold teeth, no Gucci. And I look at them and like, holy shit. They got a $2 or $5, $7, $10 million home. Yeah, they do. I'm not gonna lie. They work for it. They don't got no Lambo. I was surprised. They got a Suburban. And Mercedes Sprinter. That's the one I drive for them. And then you see all these generation that they wanna be out there. They wanna live with mom. And I'm gonna talk about in between the line with living with mom. And they wanna have the fancy car, the fancy clothes. They wanna hang out in the club, to the VIP area, and they work for that. They're not thinking about down the line. Like I was telling the other, and you will see in the video. In the demo video, you're gonna see it how I talk to one of the generation. He's a generation Z. I ask him, watch that video. Watch that video. You're gonna love that video. Because it was a video that was like just like this. This is not a script. This is not a rundown. We're just talking random. That's the way I like to talk about random things. And I was telling him, have you thought about what you want to do in life? You're 21 now. Where are you going to be 10 years from now? In the same spot? Don't tell me you're going to turn your life 360 degrees. Because people don't realize something. When you turn your life 360 degrees, you end up in the same spot. Yep. Either you do a 90 or 180 or 45, and you take a different route. But you're going to do 360, you're going to be in the same spot. So this generation, they got to understand something. That you got to sit down. I got a video there, someplace around there. I got to change it to digital. That video is from 1990 something. Graduation from Commonwealth School in Puerto Rico. The guy that spoke in that speech was the president of Walgreens in PR, Enrique Anglade. Shout out to him. So Pablo Melendez, my brother, that brother that life gave you, I've been knowing him since 86. That is from 1987 when he graduated from high school. Commonwealth, nice guy. He's live in New Orleans. Shout out to Pablo Melendez. So Mr. Anglades in that video, I will never forget his words. And Pablo found that video. I'm gonna because I want to get all that out here in this channel. And he was talking to other new graduate kids from high school, and he said, "Quote: You got to look yourself in the mirror, and you got to make your inventory of yourself, looking at yourself in the mirror and asking yourself, what I got, what I want, and what I want to accomplish." Because you could tell anybody what you want. I want to do this. I want to make this. I'm gonna do a rocket that could go to the moon. I could do a rocket to go to Mars. Yeah, but that's out of here. Now you lying to everybody, but you will not lie to yourself when you stand in front of your mirror. And I have used that quote from Enrique Anglade about doing an inventory in front of the mirror of yourself since 1987. I'm not gonna lie to you, and it's true. If you look at yourself in the mirror, you're gonna see what you need to change. It's just like even Michael Jackson wrote something later. After that, the man in the mirror. People think they could change the world. You don't need to change the world. You gotta change yourself first. And all this generation that getting killed out there because they in drug because they think that's the best way. Oh, it's easier to buy me a $500 sneaker because I get paid there by the drug dealers. Yeah, but your life is gonna be cut short. You're gonna get killed. I mean, I've been working since I was 8. I haven't get killed. Because I know what I want. I always take that inventory in the mirror of myself. This is what you got, and this is what you could get. Because I don't stay that much in the comfort zone. I don't. So I'm gonna have that video. I gotta take it to so they could create it and change it to a digital format, so I could bring it to this channel. Because I'm gonna bring it to this channel, and we're gonna watch the video, and we're gonna talk about that video. And I want you to analyze that video. I think it's a 15-20 minute speech that he did back in the day. He's still alive. He retired. He lived in West Palm Beach. Millionaire. Nice guy. I remember he was my boss. He was the one that gave me the opportunity. I remember one time December December 21. I think it was 1986. I could be mistaken. 85. I went to the Christmas party. I mean, well, you know me. I always want to look good. So when he went to say hi to me, I said, "Holy!" He looked at me. I said, "Wow, what a!" I mean, I had a suit. I mean, this was. I remember it was a blue suit, beautiful, and he told me, "You look elegant." Since that day, I always get that compliment because, like I said, I was talking about those people with the pants down here. You create your own reputation. If you want to be an asshole, be my guest. That's on you, not on me. Understand what I'm saying? So it's not on your mom. It's not about your cousin, your father.
It's about you.
It's about you. Not talking about mom. Those generation, either girl or boy, or whatever they call themselves now. I'm not gonna touch that. They live with mom. They want to have sex in mom's house. They wanna be out there getting pregnant so mom could take care of the kids. I had learned from one of this younger generation that they bed hopping. Bed hopping is meaning just like bar hopping, that you go different bars in one night. They'll be bed hopping in one night. Now they're going out with this guy. Then they're going out with this girl. And then nobody will sit down and say like, I could either get a disease. They don't think about it. They just think about the moment, having fun at the moment. You know, good. That's good for you because then at the end of the day, guess who's gonna get messed up? You. Nobody else. Then you cannot blame nobody else. You gotta blame yourself. Don't blame me on mom. Don't blame me on Carlos. Don't blame me on Theo Mark. Don't blame me on Uncle Fester. It's you. Because people think that in computer you hold control with Z as in zebra and you go back.
You undo. Life doesn't have an undo button, sadly.
I like that.
It only has the opposite of undo is redo.
I'm gonna make a T-shirt. Life does not have
A control C.
an undo. Wow.
It only has redo. And redo.
Wow.
The purpose of redo is
I like that.
you do things forwards. Undo does things backwards. You go one step. Redo is a step forward.
You know.
So in life,
Carlos, you're smart because I'm gonna tell you, you just gave me an idea of creating that T-shirt. I'm gonna put initial. That's the initial is CTRL Z, and then in the bottom, life does not have an undo. Big letter. I'm gonna do it in the black T-shirt, white letters. I'm gonna send you one. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna create it today because it's true. You just since I've been talking to you, I remember back a couple years ago when I was starting to put all this together that you helped me a lot. You mature. I was like that when I was your age, and you had said like your mom told us a few minutes ago. That's the word. Sometimes a lot of generations. Let me put a lot of generation. I don't want this video to be just against one gen. I'm not against no regeneration. Let me put it clear like that. I'm not against no regeneration. What I'm against is that comfort zone that people think that everything is the way they see it. Life is not easy. Like you were saying, the control Z. I'm gonna let you continue because I like that. I like that what you're talking about because it's true. Life doesn't have a control C. It got a redo. And not only redo, if you redo the same mistake twice, Don't tell me that, oh, I fell in the drug problem twice. I went to jail twice for the same that you armed robbery, murder twice, knowing that you're gonna get in trouble. You rob a bank, you stole money from somebody twice. Consequences. Continue relying on life control C, undo and redo. I love that. Go ahead.
It's really, it all boils down to simplicity, really. Here, you know, it doesn't have an undo. You can't just you make a mistake, you can't go back and fix it. For me, the way I say it's only two outcomes. It's all a choice, and a choice has two outcomes: good and bad.
Okay, go ahead.
And all you got to do is deal with them, learn from them. If you learn from the mistake that you did, the wrong step, the next step you'll take, you'll be precautious and you'll avoid it.
Wow.
The more
say that again. Say that again. I like that. Say that again.
The mistake that you do, you'll learn from it. So the next step you take, you'll learn to avoid it. And later in life, you will make mistakes, errors, outcomes. That's good. A life without an error, without mistakes, is not perfect. A life with errors, outcomes, and mistakes is perfect. Why? Because you learn from it. At the end of the day, you learn to not do that. If I do that, I might, I might, get, hit this pothole. Maybe next time when I drive that same road, I'll steer a little bit more to the left so I don't have to hit the pothole. It's just that simple. But you complicate it more because of many things that you have. Simplify your options. Narrow it down to one thing. It's a choice. Everything is a choice. But not only that, the factor applies with this. Yes, you make a choice, but there's a moment in time, something that my mother told me one time, and I always keep it every single time that she told me, is that you need to do three little steps. Stop, think about it, and then do the action.
Wow.
Stop. Whatever you're doing, stop it. Think about it. Think about the consequences. Think about the options. Think about the outcome of it, or think about this. And then with that analyzation that you did, do the action.
Well, I'm going to tell you something, Carlos. And while you were talking, I have you in the full screen, and I was out of view. I could still see you. And for me, for the past, we be talking. I'm not gonna lie to you, for the past 55 minutes. On the second part, this is a two-part. You gotta watch the first part, that's short, and then you're gonna have the full version of this video. So if you jump to this video, see part one. Carlos and Mark, two generations, two opinions, same principle of the channel. You will see different people with different point of view, and I'm gonna do this, and I will have people on this channel. We're gonna just have for me, Carlos, this is a conversation, like we sitting in a talking about stuff in life, because we didn't plan this. We planned it to set up and make a test of the system, and there was a test, and we converted it into a conversation for the past 55 minutes. Maybe we go hour 10, hour 15 minutes on this, or maybe hour 30 minutes, because it's interesting. The conversation is more appealing to what we started doing this morning. That it was a test, like one of those tests that they do. This is a test of the national whatever, something like that. So a test became a conversation. conversation that I think we as a human, we have not focused no more on it. So in 55 minutes, we have talked about a couple things: generation, technology. We haven't, people think that to have a good conversation, Carlos, you gotta talk about things that everybody talk: politics, religion, bullshit. And I'm gonna curse on this. I mean, this is not para toda la familia. No, if you don't want to hear this channel, don't subscribe. If you wanna continue supporting this channel and different conversation, maybe you could write to me. You want to have a conversation, and we could use and we could connect, and we could do a channel. Anybody out there that want English or Spanish, español, inglés, I could switch. I could talk English y puedo hablar español in a heartbeat. I don't got to think, well, I'm going to talk in Spanish, porque mi cerebro funciona así. Mi cerebro, it could flip and flop different languages. So if you want to talk about any topics as a generation, that's why this channel is called Two Generation, Two Opinions. I'm going to respect your opinion just the same way Carlos respect my opinion. And we're not going to talk about what everybody want to listen. Politics and religion. I don't play religion. I don't touch politics. So you want to lose a friend? There's 3 ways to lose a friend. Talk about religion, talk about politics, and then the money. That's the 3 ways you could lose a friend. And I'm not a religious person. I don't believe in nothing. I respect anybody out there that believe it. If you don't like, you know how many people I had lost in life because when I told them I don't believe what they believe, because that's not the problem. About generation, and no generation, all generation needs generation. People get mad at you because you don't believe in what they believe. I don't believe in peanut butter. That's bottom line. Next, don't make me eat peanut butter. I don't like it. Why? That's not a fucking problem. I just don't like it. I don't like red meat. Just like people that don't like beer or alcohol, I don't like cigarettes. I don't like marijuana. I don't care. You could have counterfeit. So no, I don't like tattoos. That's me. You got them? Person, smoke marijuana, shoot drugs, put your finger up your ass. Good. That's anybody out there. I'm not gonna criticize nobody. I don't care if you want to be with an A, with a B, with a Z, with a G, that's you. That's the problem of this generation. By the way, this study out there, back in the days when we didn't have all this technology, all these tools, all these Google. Back in the day, we had to take the bus and go to the Brooklyn Library. Or your mother would buy a Britannica encyclopedia or something like that, like 50 different books. And every year it's a new book. But they got up there, you had all those books in your house, and you had a homework, and you got to look for it. No?
I remember. Yeah.
Now everything's... And then, people don't realize that younger generation are getting smarter because más inteligente, smarter. Why? Because they got all this tool at their hands. Because at 5 o'clock, when the library used to close, go home and see Batman and Robin. But now, I know there's a lot of misinformation out there, Carlos. Like yesterday, I was reading somebody saying something that it was this morning. I like to read that. And people think they know everything. People think they are the scientists. They're the Einstein of life. And somebody was saying that if you drink something, it's gonna affect another thing. And I'm like, what? Sometimes you gotta be careful. Sometimes technology will bring you misinformation. Remember back in the day when they had that COVID-19, a lot of misinformation was out there, and And you gotta be careful what you read and what people tell you. Remember, people gonna tell you their opinion. Just like me, this is my opinion. To generation, to opinion. Right there. You're gonna see every time you're gonna see this channel, subscribe to this channel, hit that bell. So every time we upload a video, you can see it. You can make a comment down in the bottom. We're not gonna lock the comments. You can say whatever you want, because at the end of the day, you know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna take a shower, drink give myself a shot of whiskey, and go to sleep. I don't sleep with nobody. So you think I'm gonna care what people think about me? Oh, it's just like people say, oh, you should fix yourself this. You should do your hair like this. You should do your face like this. You should get a bariátrica. You should do. Be happy. You cannot let people dictate what they want you to look. How you should look for them. And then, you know how many people died trying to be better? All these ladies, all these girls going and fixing their butt, getting big boobs in Santo Domingo, Venezuela, all these everywhere. I remember a couple years ago, it's something that will never. I got a little bit depressed because then I realized you don't need that. I remember this girl, she was hitting on me when I was in the car because I remember I sold her a car. This is the way the younger generation think. One day she called me. We were talking, how you know? And she told me this. You know, you will look better if you lose a few pounds. You put yourself, fix your teeth, and what was the other thing she told me? It was lose some pounds and fix my teeth and something else. I don't remember. In order you to give me pussy, I gotta do that. So I gotta make you happy. What about me, myself? I got a little bit depressed because then I like, wow. But you know what? At the end of the day, I didn't want to bed with her. I didn't need nothing from her, because when somebody tell you, Carlos, I want to be with you, so you gotta shave yourself, you gotta change your hairstyle, you gotta lose weight, you gotta get in the gym. No. Be yourself. You happy the way you are? Do an inventory in front of the mirror and make sure you comfort with yourself. And that's the problem with this generation. Not only this generation, all generations. They want to cater to what other people tell them to do or to look like. Or no, if you don't dye your hair rubio or red or pink or blue, why?
I think the sense is that they are, and again, I'm gonna say this in general. It's just the insecurity in people, because
I like that.
If you think about it, if you talk to a person that is secure and their moral esteem is upward and they feel confident, they don't really care what other people think how they dress. If you want to dress in a suit and that's your everyday outfit, that's the way you dress. And if you want to dress in like different clothings or maybe a dress or something, that is the way you dress, because that is the way you like it. You do it for your own self. Like, you shouldn't do things to please others.
That was the word I was looking. Thank you. That was the word I was looking. Go ahead.
You do things to please yourself. Like, when you reach to that point, when you look in the mirror, you're like, I look good today. I like how I look, and this is the way I'm gonna stay. That's there you go. There you go. You don't have to be there impersonating
Love
people.
it. Yeah.
Yes. yes, it comes to a point where, for example, a meeting or a convention or something professional, you want to be dressed appropriate, professionally, casually, or well dressed for the occasion. But at the end of the day, what is the most important thing is that you dress for your own self-esteem, for you.
I like that.
Me, myself, and I. If I like to dress with a sweater and and some pants and some casual shoes, that's my clothing, and that's how I like to dress.
You know, you
I'm
know,
not.
you know. It's funny
Yeah.
that you say that. I remember back when I was in the car business. I got 120 ties. 120 ties. I got 75, maybe a little bit more dress shirts and pants. Well, I was in the car business for 4 years. That was my clothes. Every day. Everywhere I used to go, I used to dress like that. Supermarket, everywhere. When I left the car business, I started dressing sport, gym style. A lot of Under Armours, big collection of Under Armour, my brand. And then one day, I said, I should change. Not back to time, because I could show you a picture of me dressed up, standing tall, looking good. I wanted to change and be more casual, not sporty, not elegant. I was elegant, went up to sporty, but then I wanted to have casual. Now I dress casual. I still got my sport clothes, use it to the gym, but you will not see me on the road in the street. Because I remember one time when I went from casual to sporty, I went to the same supermarket and the cashier told me, "You look different." I just came out of the gym before I went to work. "You look different today." I said, "Yeah, no. I look at my tie and my long sleeve. Dress nice, you know." So then I changed elegant, sporty to casual. Now I dress with my hat 24/7. If I'm in the apartment, I don't have it. But yesterday I was going to the post office. I put my jacket, it was a little bit cold, and I went outside and I felt my hair was cold. I was missing something, my hat. Sometimes I'll be going down the stairs, getting my car. Oops! I come back and get my hat. It's a trademark already for me. This is me. Even my logo, you're gonna see my logo. Okay, you're gonna see my logo. That my logo is by Mark TV, and it's right here. You're gonna see that my logo is a hat. This is a trademark for me. It's just like when I driving, you know, people see me, and if they see me without, you know, even your sister one time, I was down in my other niece home, and your sister saw me without hat, and she told me, "I know you were bald. I didn't have no hair." Nobody see me like that because I took my hat up because the baby was playing with me and I didn't want her to mess up my hat. You know, this is not a $20 hat. You know, so your image is everything. It's you are your own image. You are the one that create your own image. If you let somebody else create your own image, they can even ask AI to create Carlos' image, and they're gonna tell you what they're gonna tell you. Why you gotta be like this. That's why when you work for somebody, you work for UPS, you gotta dress in brown. And you work for American Airlines, you gotta dress in blue. And you work for FedEx, it's blue with some purple line, whatever. You wear a uniform. When you're a cop, you wear police clothes. When you're a fireman. So, because that's a job.
Yep, that's different.
Even in military, you gotta use uniform. In the military, camouflage. I remember when I was in the military. Yes, I did serve. This girl was with me in my platoon. So they gave us a pass after we finished basic training. So we were going to town. I remember we were going to Augusta, Georgia. When she came downstairs from the barracks, wow, that was my word. I was 17 at that time. Wow, you look, because when you see somebody in uniform, it's different when you see them casual, tight. That and I said, wow, damn. So we went out to town. We went to party, the whole group, and the group went back, and I got left behind because I was not gonna give up that opportunity. You know, she was hot. So what I'm trying to say, that when you create your image and then you change your image, people either they get mad because they want you to be the way they want you to be. That's in the army. The army used to have a saying that said, "Be all you could be" in the army, but you gotta be your own. You gotta accept yourself and don't let nobody. If you're gonna be with a girl and the girl wants you to, it's just like not that being with a girl. No, you gotta go to church. You gotta believe what I believe. If you don't believe, we cannot be together because my parents not gonna allow nobody that don't go to church be with me. It happens a lot. All these religions and everything, they gotta marry their own. Because if not, you will never see somebody that's Buddhist with a society. That's the word. Society had dictate that you gotta get married, that you gotta have a kid. Why? That you gotta put a ring, that you gotta do this. You know, sometimes I think, Carlos, that you don't gotta eat lunch at 12. I haven't eaten lunch yet. You don't gotta eat breakfast at 8. You don't gotta sleep at 9. At night time, you can sleep during the day. If you work, you know, I like to work at night because nobody bothers you.
Exactly.
There's no noise. There's nothing. And you could do a lot. Yeah, but you got to work from 9 to 5. Why? You want to be like everybody? Be in the traffic jam? I remember I was in New York. I like this conversation. When I was in New York, everybody used to go out to lunch at 12. One day I realized, no. I'm gonna have lunch at 2 o'clock. Guess why? No lines. See, because everybody's at 12, everybody making a line. I remember I did it. It took me 38 minutes just to get my food. So they only had 22. That's math. 22 minutes. I love math, by the way. I know your generation love math because I could do math right there. So 22 minutes to eat my lunch and relax. It's not worth it. Because people want to push you to do the same thing that they do. It's just like if you're in a job and you got a girlfriend and she go to lunch at 11, then you at 12, she going to get mad. Why you cannot take the... Just be... If you want to be comfortable the way you are, don't let nobody dictate what they want you to be. It's you're not obligated to go to church on Sunday.
No.
You're not obligated to observe Good Friday, Easter Sunday. Let's talk about Thanksgiving. That everybody eat turkey. You know, I didn't eat turkey in Thanksgiving because you want to. I don't believe in that anyway. You don't gotta eat fish on Good Friday. Who told you that? Or lechón en Navidad, de pastel en Navidad. You go eat pastel any time of the year. Y lechón. You know? I remember back in the day, my mom used to say that Wednesday was pasta day. Every Wednesday was pasta. There's something in life that if you eat pasta on Wednesday, you're going to be a better person. Oh, by the way, being a better person don't got nothing got to do about generation.
No, absolutely not.
A good person could be anybody, old lady, even a 2-year-old kid could be a good person. Your, your mom told me last week she went to some place and 6 or 7 year old kid, something happened. She said that the kid just went like this. Your generation. Oh, now that I went like this, your generation. Have you seen your generation? All the pictures? I hate that. Carlos, I hate that. Your cousin does that a lot.
He,
Go ahead, spit it out.
again, I feel like it boils down to, like, again, it's not based on generation. It's just based on your good morals. It's on your morals and how, not only of, like, again, just like you said, how do you respect yourself and how you respect others.
You're right.
A good, kind person could be literally anyone.
Even your teacher, even your lawyer, even the garbage man, even the milkman, even the guy that take you the newspaper, even the guy that shine your shoes, even the plumber, the electrician,
It's everybody. It is all. It's not what's in the outside. It's what they believe and what's in the inside.
you know,
Simple.
you know, good that you say that, because looking back at this conversation that we have had for the past hour and 15 minutes, we're gonna wrap it up with final thoughts about it, or shout out whatever you want to get out of your chest, because this is the purpose of two generation, two opinions. That we're not gonna limit ourselves. Have we talked about music? All those concepts that that's gonna be my closing point. Music and concerts. Let me write it down. That's gonna be my closing point because you're about your generation. Okay, so to wrap it up, I'm gonna let you have your final thought on anything that you want to talk about. Sorry for I gotta make some adjustment for our next video, but I'm gonna put a footnote here. I like this. This is something that we back in the days remember we were trying to do, but we didn't have the. It almost took us 2 years, right? Maybe a little bit more when we started all this. I remember me spending a lot of time, a lot of times in putting all this together to find that moment. I bought lights, microphones, and everything, and we never got to do it. Even the other day, I was talking to your mom. I was saying my plan about the two generation, two opinion. That was wanted to do it with Kenny, and I did the demo video with him. Look at that video; it's up there in our channel. Subscribe to this channel. Hit that bell. I want to like this video. Follow us. We're gonna be out there. We're gonna have short and TikTok. We got our TikTok. Okay. We got our TikTok channel. It's right here. It's gonna be out down in the links. We got our Facebook channel. We're gonna have our Instagram. We got even our Twitter. I don't want to call it X because I do got an X. It's a stupid joke, but you understand me. I got an X. So subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell. And my final thought on this, I'm gonna talk about, and I'm gonna have Carlos close it up. We got 15 minutes to make this video. This is a two-part video. The first one is short. The second part is longer. So I don't understand how this generation that live with mom and dad, or mom, normally it's a single mom home. They could spend $200 and $300, $400, $600, $800 in a ticket to go see one of their favorites singers. I don't care who it is. It could be the BB, it could be the DD, it could be the also, it could be back. I don't care. That's your problem. So, in my opinion, this is me. My opinion. This is my opinion. My final thought is my opinion. Remember, 2 generations, 2 opinions, and they're going to be different. This is my opinion. You're going to go to a concert, pay $600, $800, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, and you're going to listen to the same song that you listen in Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Music, and then you're going to be all the way in the top, at the end, right? You're going to see the guy like this, and you're going to see it in a big screen, but the real person, you're going to see this small, because you're already in the top. Creo que le llaman las palomas, right? But then you're going to work part-time hard to get $800 in your pocket so you can spend it for a 3-hour concert. Oh, yeah, it's the experience. I respect that. But you cannot pay your mom $300 a month for all the utilities, rent, water, internet service. This is my opinion. I've never been to a concert because I don't think about spending. Oh, by the way, nowadays the concert, they will be in YouTube the next day. So I know this generation is about being that fan that they want to follow their artist, their favorite artist. Okay, I understand that. But what if we could have and put all that energy to ourselves? And let's not talk about education. Let's not talk about education. Nobody want to focus on education. It's not about going to college. I didn't went to college. I did went to college. I mean, I took the GED. Then I wanted to be an engineer. Year and a half, I think it was. I got my transcripts around there. I did ask for my transcript. Year and a half. It wasn't for me. I was successful as a businessman. I consider myself successful. I'm smart. I'm not dumb. This is my opinion. I'm not a puppet. You know what's a puppet? The one that they put your hands in the back and make you talk? Just like Omar and Elmo, Sesame Street, those are puppets. A lot of different generation, they're puppets of other people. Don't be a puppet for nobody. Be yourself. I don't care what generation you are. Baby Boomer, Generation X, Generation Y, Generation Z, the Millennials, anything. Even the one that are growing up. Be yourself. Don't let nobody dictate what you should be. Because in life, at the end of the day, it's up to you. It's not up to them. Either you make it or you don't make it. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to go down with you. Nobody. Trust me. I've been there. I've been down. And if you look up, there's nobody. But when you're in the top, everybody wants to be in that roller coaster going up. Going down, people will scream or close their eyes. They don't care. So be yourself. And I hope our next video is going to be more interesting with Carlos. And I'm going to have Carlos do his final thought on this. And remember, subscribe to the channel. Follow me in my social media. They're all there. My social media, they're in the bottom. Or just follow this channel. Social media, this channel. Because I'm a private person. I don't like to talk. I don't share a lot of stuff. But in this channel, it's for sharing, for my opinion, for my view. 2 generations, 2 opinions. And I will allow anybody that want to talk about it to come over. We can make a video. It's not going to be Carlos. It's not going to be Kenneth only. It's not going to be my sister, because I want to do one with my sister. because she got a lot to talk about. Make sure you talk to your mom and set her up so we could have this conversation, this quality of video, because I want to have a conversation with your mom, because she's a different generation. Two generation, two opinion. His Carlos, his final opinion, it's up to him. It's not up to me, and I do not agree or disagree with whatever Carlos says. That's his personal opinion, and you gotta respect that. Go ahead, Carlos. It's up to you now, buddy.
Yeah, I think in my perspective, when it comes to concerts, I feel that I somewhat understand. Personally, I'm not a concert person. I I don't really like loud noises. Being in a place where like there's a lot of people, that is not for me. I I prefer more of a settled area, uh, soft, less sound, a silence for me as a music. But I do understand other people's point of view that they would spend that amount of money to see their favorite artist because either they feel connected to them in some way or they have helped them throughout their lives and all that kind of stuff. And that in that area it is understandable. But the one thing that again is like, yeah, no, that's not for me. It's just that, just like I said, I would not waste almost $500, $600 for just a ticket to a concert. That for me, I would not do it. That money I could put it to something else, or I can invest it in something else. I can improve it in something else. I myself, yes, I do have favorite artists, but I do not go the lengths of how other people do to be with this like the very hard fans. I am a fan of these artists of music, but I'm not that's just a big of a fan. Um, that for me is just a little bit absurd because you could be using that money either for savings or for something that you want to get or and I get it. It is it's something to treat yourself. That is the motto that you know it's revolve around. To I wanna go to this concert because I've been stressed. I've been this. I want to treat myself. It's an artist that I always wanted to go. I can finally go and I can treat myself with that, and that's good because a lot of people do that. They treat themselves like going out for themselves for a drink or buying themselves a present or buying themselves something that they always wanted. It's something to treat yourself and to make yourself feel good. But personally, my own opinion and my own perspective view, I would not waste that amount of money on concerts. I'm not a concert person. Uh, I prefer staying on in the comfort of my home, listening through my screen, through my speakers, and just listen to it myself. Yes, it's amazing to be around people. Yes, you meet them, but the fact of being around a lot of people and a lot of crowd, that for me, nah. I'll pass. But loud music like that, and there's different types of genres, and that's totally fine. But to a concert and that amount of big and like for me, the way I see this, just the headache, the traffic that's formed, the fact that you can't really get in. There's not much personal space. They get very close to you. Nah,
Yeah,
that for me is just get away from me and no. So my perspective is that I would not waste that amount of money on a concert, even if it's just an artist that I've been listening to since a long time. I wouldn't. I wouldn't because I'm not really a concert person. I'd rather stay in a much more quieter environment. I think that's the perfect word to say. Quieter, subtle, and just enjoying the moment. For me, I feel and maybe this is coming from me that I'm more introverted person, and other people tend to be extroverted. But I feel like, for me, for my own taste, subtle, silence, uh, a place that I can feel that chill.
Wow.
That that's for me is just the way I see it.
You know, for great conversation, Carlos. Our 30 minutes. Uh, Even that's without the previous video. You gotta watch that previous video. That's gonna be up there. That will be part one. This will be part two of that video. Uh, like I said, Carlos, thank you for this conversation.
Of course.
It's a different view from somebody that's younger. You're 25 now, right? You just turned 25, a quarter.
I turned 25, a quarter.
Okay, so you got a long way to go, kiddo. Trust me, you're gonna learn a lot down the way. The older you get, the more you learn. Because if you stay focused, trust me, you're gonna do it. I've been knowing you for the longest, and I appreciate for your time. Remote from Carolina, Puerto Rico. Okay, and I'm in Tampa, Florida, and this is for me. The first one was a pilot. This is my first official video for the channel. Subscribe to the channel, and I appreciate that. We're gonna get back again. Maybe we do a shorter video. We do a longer video. We talk about another topic. We talk about what's out there. What's killing not killing people, because I know what's killing people. Not no drug kill people. Life. And at the end of the day, like I told you, it's up to you. It's not up to them. It's you that make it happen. I had done it. Trust me. I'm gonna talk about in this video. Sometimes I'll do a one-on-one on myself, my opinion by myself for any topic, because maybe what I've gone through, a lot of people are gonna take advantage and use it as a tool. And respect yourself. When you respect yourself, people will respect you. I don't care. I have never been hit by nobody. I've never been pushed by nobody. Never, not even by cops. I've never been stopped by cops. Because you know why? Because I respect myself. When you respect yourself, people are going to respect you. Because you could feel somebody that respect themselves. When somebody don't respect themselves, you can see it. They don't care about themselves. They loud. They curse in public. I curse. I don't give a shit. But not in public. Not in open. You know? Yeah, I get mad with myself because I don't accomplish something. But you know what? I go to sleep and the next day, I find a solution like I did for this video today. Last night I went to bed 2 o'clock in the morning, got up at 9, and I did fix it. Our first video with my nephew Carlos, the one and only from Carolina, Puerto Rico. This kid, you gotta follow him. He's an artist. He's working on his 3D. Okay, good things are coming for you, Carlos. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. When I say trust me twice, you got to trust me twice. Keep it up. Keep the good work. I mean, you're the pride and joy of my sister. Trust me. I know that. And everything in life, by the way, text me your t-shirt size because I'm going to do that t-shirt. I want to use that t-shirt in our next video. Yours and mine. Control Z. Life does not have undo. Wow. I got it right here, dude. I mean, that thing killed me. All my life working with computers, I never thought of doing a t-shirt like that. I'm going to do it, and you're going to have one, and we're going to put it. And maybe, for me, I like long sleeves to the videos, because like that, there's not shining, no shine in my skin. So I'm gonna do a long one for me. And if you want a short sleeve or long sleeve, let me know. And like I said, people, this Carlos. Until the next time, in the meantime, remember, my name is Mark Anthony. That's Carlos, my nephew, okay? My daughter's son, the last one. I hope. She's too old to have babies. She got to do it with grandkids now. She got a granddaughter, you got a niece, and another one coming. Maybe I'll do a video with your sister too. I'm going to hook it up. There's a lot of things that we could talk about. I want to talk to people. Different generation, same generation, different people. I'm not going to only focus on the one or two. I want to open it up. There's 8 billion people in the world. you know what? You could learn something from each one of them. And I
yes.
want to talk. I want to make a video with your sister. I'm gonna call her to set her up just like this. Okay. Maybe she uses her phone. I already got the kick out of the WhatsApp deal, and maybe I'll do. I don't know. The only thing, in my opinion, that everybody should respect the belief. Don't try to push me to something I don't want to talk about. If I don't want to talk about religion, let's move it out.
Yep.
You want to talk about it, I'm not going to argue it. I respect anybody that want to talk about religion. I'm going to fight it, just like politics. I don't like politics. Politics doesn't put money in my pocket, doesn't pay my rent, and I don't get paid $9.50 an hour. Ooh, coño. Carlos, thank you. My respect. I'm not going to lie to you. You're younger than me, but I respect you, and you know that. And wow, what a great conversation, people. We're gonna do this again. Until then, I'll see you in the next one. Remember, subscribe to the channel. This is gonna be epic. Okay? So let's wrap it up. Love it. See you. Bye.